Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, family and friends. We are back again. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. So I did not do a video yesterday because of what I wanted to talk about. I needed a Twix. I needed a moment because I saw an additional video and it was just so much to take in. I needed to compress. Okay. Now, initially, what I was going to talk about is Trump trying to eliminate Black history from museums, trying to erase Black culture, trying to make sure you don't understand where we came from and how we got here. Okay? But then I saw something glorious. Amanda Seales versus 20 conservatives. And I watched the entire thing. I watched the whole thing. The highlights are going to be where she was, if you just watch a clip, the clip you're going to want to see when she talks to the guy from Angola, this Black conservative guy who wasn't even born here, trying to talk about the Black American experience and has no idea. Of course you haven't experienced the things that because you haven't even been here long enough to. Anyway, I'm going to get into what I wanted to talk about, okay? Now, first, I want to make sure and clarify, I am very conservative, okay? But I am not a Black conservative. There is a difference. When I say that I'm very conservative, me personally, I am also extremely liberal when it comes to other people, okay? Because I mind my damn business, all right? In the Constitution, we're guaranteed, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I'm not going to step in your way to your happiness. If you want to do something, you go ahead and do it, as long as it doesn't affect me personally. In the Bible, I am not my brother's keeper. I cannot go to bat for your salvation and get you into heaven. Only your relationship with Jesus can do that. I am not your keeper. So it is not my business what you do. That's between you and your maker. Okay? Now, I have never, ever said that Democrats are good for Black people. I've never said that. What I've always said is that Republicans are bad. Okay? There is a difference. Okay? Neither political party is designed to really help Black people. Okay? But the difference is Republicans go out of their way to harm Black people. And this is what Black conservatives don't understand, okay? And even in their own conservatism, they are excluded. They are treated as other, okay? And what I mean by that is Black conservative, Black Republican. They don't even include you. I've never heard somebody being referred to as a Black progressive or a Black Democrat. No, it's just, it is what it is, okay? Now, the indoctrination happens to these Black conservatives, and they are taught that if only thugs and criminals agree with Democrats or liberals or progressive. So if you are an educated and well-mannered Negro, you must be conservative. Which is a bunch of bull, okay? That aggravates me, okay? That aggravates me to no end. It's upsetting that when I see Black conservatives and I see that they really don't understand Black history because they were never taught, or they were never taught all of Black history, like snippets here and there, okay? So the other thing that I have a problem with Black conservatives is they are more concerned with protecting massa and trying to fit in, okay? Trying to fit in and protect massa than they are with protecting or compensating, like forever compensating the descendants of slaves. Work was done for free through threat of pain or death. And there was no compensation ever paid for that work done. That's a bill. That's an outstanding bill. Okay? Now you say, oh, well, why do white people today none of them, the ones that are alive today, never own slaves? Why do they have to pay for it? Okay. we'll go down that path. I'm in Texas. Why do my tax dollars have to go to fund people in Alabama that they're in a deficit? Alabama can't survive on its own without tax dollars from other states. Why are my tax dollars going to people in Alabama? I don't know them. I've never met them. I've never seen them. Pull yourselves up by your bootstraps, Alabama. Figure it out. Okay, you see the hypocrisy there? All right, moving on. And there's a lot. I'm trying to condense this and trying to keep it short because there's a lot, okay? They talk about black on black crime, which okay. Crime happens when the people you're around, okay? So they don't ever talk about white on white crime. They don't talk about school shooters. They don't talk about moms who drown their kids. White people are victims of white people more than they are of black people because that's who they are around. Okay? If you are surrounded, let's say you're on a desert island and you're a woman and there's only white men around and you get assaulted. Well, are you just going to say, oh my goodness, all white people are assault people? It's who you're around is who you're going to be the victim of a crime from. Okay? Whew. Okay. So keep that in mind when you never hear somebody say white on white crime. They're not talking about all the crimes that white people do to other white people. Okay? Even matter of fact, even white collar crimes where they're embezzling money. That's crime against other rich white people. Rich white people steal it from other rich white people. Now they steal from poor people more, but that's white on white crime there too. All right? Now, the psychology, like I said, is that they want to divide and conquer, okay? They want you to reject, I guess, black American culture. But here's the thing. Black American culture is pushed on us by, whether it's rap music or the movies and shows we see on TV, all those are owned by white people. Rich white dudes own those. They're the ones that put that out. Why don't they put out, why don't you have a lot of radio stations with jazz music playing? That's black. Okay? What about slow jams at night? How come we don't even have that anymore? R&B music. We very rarely hear that. That's the white people that own these record companies and music stations and things like that. They are putting this out. You don't blame the consumer. If at school lunch, you remember school lunch? If the only thing that they had on the menu was peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, you either ate peanut butter and jelly or you went hungry. You could choose not to eat. But if that's the only thing they serve you, that's the only thing you have a chance to eat. Okay? So let's get past that. Now, and hopefully this hasn't gone too long, I want to say the biggest point that I want to make is that I do not believe the system is, like when people talk about systemic racism, I do not believe that the system is racist. Now, this is a very important distinction, okay? The system is not racist. The people that run the system are racist. The people that run the system, that try to maintain their control of the system, is what's racist. That's the exact same thing they're trying to do here in Texas by eliminating the districts for black and brown voters. They're trying to maintain control of the system. Because if it was run by minorities, there would be a lot more egalitarian society. Anyway, that's my video. I want to say thank you guys for watching, and pay attention to that Trump destroying black history, because this is how you get those black conservatives, because they weren't taught. Okay, this is how they're trying to erase. They're trying to erase you. You guys make sure you have a good afternoon. Thank you again.